Hi yogis, welcome to this week's class. Today we're going to work on our headstands. We're going to start off by interlacing our fingers, making sure that our hand is behind the crown of our head. Your elbows will be shoulder width apart. Practice elevating your elbows up to the ceiling. You're going to use this in your headstand to create stability and balance. Lay the crown of your head onto the mat, keeping your elbows shoulder width apart. Maintain contact with your elbows and your pinkies onto the mat. Press your elbows into the mat so that your shoulders protract. That way, you create more stability in your shoulder girdle. From here, you can lift your bum, come up to your toes. Make sure that you are slowly tiptoeing all the way up towards the front of the mat so that your hip becomes aligned over your shoulders. Practice it a few times, going back and forth. Tuck one leg and then the other. Tap the floor 1 foot at a time, building up your core, finding balance. You feel that most of your weight is forward and you have to use your core very much to keep balance. From here, you can tilt your bum back, raising your knees level to the ground. That way, your hips are stacked over your shoulder and you'll find the ease and balance. You can play by tucking your knees down just a little bit and finding the hip movement of drawing back to have your feet over your bum. Continue by extending one leg up to the ceiling. Squeeze your glute on the extended leg. From there, you can come back to center and then extend the other leg, squeezing that glute. Practice extending one leg at a time. Press the foot on the inside of your knee for stability, keeping your inner thighs engaged, and finding extension to your toes by pointing. Keep your hip flexors open and glutes engaged. From here, you're going to squeeze your knees together and you're going to slowly extend your feet up towards the ceiling together. Squeeze the glutes, inner thighs, internally rotate the thighs, and point your toes. Keep your hip flexors open, glutes engaged, and your navel to your spine. You're going to balance by shifting the balance between your hand and your elbows. Come down the way you came up. Squeeze your knees together, your feet together, keep your toes pointed, slowly lower your feet towards your bum, and then knees to your chest. Then extend your legs, slowly with control, dropping your toes to the mat and coming out of your headstand. Once you feel comfortable in tucking up into your headstand, you can proceed to piking up in your headstand. Find alignment with the crown of your head. Your elbows are shoulder width apart, and you have contact with your pinkies to the mat. From there, you're going to lift your bum, come on your toes. Tiptoe as far to the front of the mat as you can. Stack your hips over your shoulders. Use your back core muscles to slowly tilt your hip a little bit back. And squeeze your inner thighs and your feet as you point your toes and slowly with control lift your legs. Come down by finding the anterior tilt in your hip. Squeezing your legs together, toes are pointed, and with control working the negative until you get your toes to the mat. You can also repeat the headstand by doing a straddle press up. It's a little bit easier than piking with your legs together. It's the same principle. You need to find the anterior tilt in your hip as you get your legs over. Making sure your toes are pointed and squeezing your glutes, your inner thighs, and pointing your toes once you find your center of your headstand. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this will help you improve your headstand in your daily practice. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I can bring you new videos next week. Bye!